Hello, Cabinet, and welcome to the 10th Pokemon X podcast.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Recon Die. It's nice to be back.
The scary thing about that one was that as we were thinking of something that Recon should say, we both came up with the exact same one.
But didn't say it until I had already, I was like, you know
Yeah,
what I
but
should do? It's like, no, it was in my brain. I'm like, that's where I got it.
It was absolutely terrifying, and it just happened. I'm still not over it. So, yeah, 10th one, the big 1-0.
So this is the Pokemon X Podcast X.
Yes, in just 8 more podcasts, it'll be able to drink. So, well, in most of Europe, but it'll be legal.
Oh, will it? No, wait, will it?
Will it? Well, I think we'll start off this week by talking about Recon. Do you want to do a follow-up about your TARDIS stuff?
Yeah. Okay. I had such...
You know it ends up great when it starts off with, oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so great. No, but I had such high expectations for this. I should realize that I shouldn't plan things that involve other people or a weather chance. Because, alright, I guess I'll do kind of like a run through. Okay, Sunday last week is when we started to build it. It had been sprinkling all on and off that morning, and then when we finally started building, it was kind of raining a bit, and I realized we were in trouble. Out of the 8 people who were there to help, I was the only one who could hammer in a nail properly. Now, Cabinet, I don't know if you've ever done like building with wood like that and hammering nails.
I have. I based a lot of my Leaving Cert technology project around wood.
So did Lance.
Okay,
so you know how to nail in a nail properly, right? Like, you know where to hold the hammer.
Yes.
Where?
At the lowest possible point.
On the grip towards the end of the hammer.
Yeah.
These
you can get your most bang out of your swing.
Yeah, these people were holding it up on the neck, right under the claw, and some of them were even holding the whole head claw assortment.
Did they not realize? Well, what's this long bit for then?
Yeah, they didn't realize it, and the thing was also if when you hammer, it's boom, boom, boom. These people are ding, 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 and these are 16 penny nails, which are very thick and used to hold 2x4s together. Not if you were doing forgive me for saying the word cabinetry, and you needed you had little tiny finish nails, you would ding 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 to get them in there. But these
because you might miss it.
Yeah.
And just completely destroy the wood.
But these people were just and it was that added an extra hour onto the construction of the frame. And also another thing, you don't hold it at the neck for the sheer possibility is if you do miss that
you'd cut up your hand.
Yeah, that end of that nail is going to go straight into one of your fingers. But even the head of the finger at that speed can do a lot of damage. So here I am. So I would start a nail, and they would start a nail at the same time, and we'd both be on opposite sides of the wall we were constructing. So bam, 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 I've got a nail in. There's still ding, 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 ding. Bam, 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 I've got the second nail in, because you should really only use 2 per stud. Lance would be good to follow that advice. And they're still barely getting. I don't even think they've got their first one set so far, which is where you've got it into the wood to a point you don't have to hold on to it anymore.
Welcome to the Pokemon X podcast, where we spend the first 10 minutes talking about wood and get that hammered in.
So after a couple hours, we finally get the frame fully constructed. It shouldn't have taken and it shouldn't even taken half an hour, but it was basically the TARDIS that I had designed was about 4 feet by 4 feet by 8 feet tall. And so it's basically I could have been more structurally sound by adding another stud in each wall, but it was basically bottom plate, which was 1 2x4, 1 stud on each side, and 1 in the middle, and that was basically turned so you could have a better surface of stapling the cardboard to.
Yeah.
And then top plate, which was another 2x4, and then another top plate which was either longer or shorter than the plate below it. because either it had to go like overlap a plate or be overlapped by another plate. So roughly each wall was about 6 pieces of wood, which shouldn't have taken that long per wall. Except for the door. The door had like one extra one. The door wall had one extra, but that was just for the jam and bracing and everything. So
Yeah.
this shouldn't have taken that long. And most of the time, like the guy who's the president of the organization is just standing there the whole time with an umbrella, like talking and not
Ha ha
helping.
ha! How do you feel?
Yeah. So okay, so we start stapling the tarps on there, which are to keep it like water out of it once we get it up. Which it was raining, so I guess it really didn't matter.
So what you're saying is it took you a while to get it up,
Yes,
and when you got it up, it didn't, it didn't really matter because,
it was wet anyway. But we got it up. Damn you. And the tarps were kind of stapled on there wrong because we were in a rush because it was raining and we want to get out. It was still kind of in this like light sprinkling rain kind of state. And so we're like, okay, and then we go to get the cardboard, which we had kept inside in the art building that I do most of my work out of. I kept it in there and to keep it dry because I still had hope that it was going to stop raining. So once I grabbed like a load of cardboard and start bringing it out to the TARDIS, we get a couple like of pieces stapled up, and that's when it starts pouring down rain.
Oh.
Yeah, and it ruined like half of our cardboard that day. And the people,
yeah,
like the guy who had been standing there with the umbrella the whole time, panicked and just started stapling cardboard up all willy nilly, like he was stapling it to the tarps where there's no like it's not going to be able to like the staple's just going to like come out.
yeah.
And I'm like, no, I staple it onto the studs, and he has no idea, or he was listening, but he's like one of those guys that no matter what you tell him, he's not going to do it. Like, you can give him all the logical reasoning on the planet, and he won't do it.
So you can press this button and you can save humanity. And, everybody will live and it'll be the best day ever and you'll be rewarded as a hero
Why are you
forevermore.
smashing the console with a hammer? No, come back. No, oh, now he's just clawing into it at the end of the other side of the hammer.
And then the sun explodes.
Yeah. But, I never got to build the doors. I never got to paint the TARDIS. I never even got to really work on the lantern part at the top because like once it stopped raining, okay, the next day I was just kind of like I had like a really important thing to do at school, so I did that and then I came out there and I basically what I had done was I tore down all the cardboard, the wet cardboard, threw that away, redid the way the tarps were structured to make it more waterproof because we were expecting more rain. And then I started putting up the trim. And I got some of the trim up, and the next day I got more of the trim up, and I was going to paint, and then that's when it started raining again.
So it was like, well, I nearly have it now.
I still have the full bucket of the TARDIS color paint, which I hope does not go to waste.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't put the paint on, like, still wet, and, it rained then. Because, that would have just been a waste of money.
That, and it would have just, like, gotten paint all over the ground, and I would have been in trouble for it. But it's been such a stressful week, and it finally caught up with me yesterday, and I got sick, and I'm still kind of sick, which is why I'm sniffling, and you'll probably hear me blow my nose in a bit because I need to unclog it. So bear with me. But yeah, horrible week so far. Though I did get one of my screen prints finished at the last minute, which I think turned out really, really well, and you can see that on my Facebook. I'm pretty happy with it. It's Momotaros from Kamen Rider Den-O.
Oh, Den.
Den-O.
Den-O, Manchester United.
Yeah, it's
1.
the same series that does the Rocket Arm one that you need to start watching. It's one of the early seasons.
Yeah, I literally had no excuse because I too was sick this week, and I felt like 3 days of where I could sit and watch it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna fall asleep and go into a daze. I literally had no idea of what I was doing because I try not to sleep when I'm I try not to sleep when I'm in during the day, because I always wake up and everything's all weird. But
There's like no sun and stuff.
yeah, no, it's like see, I thought I wasn't asleep long, right? Because I had put on this video. It was a new Red Supre long play, and these guys had the video itself is an hour long, and I fell asleep somewhere in the 40-minute mark. So I was like, oh, I've only been asleep for 10 minutes, but no, turns out I'd set it onto a playlist or something. So it was like I fell asleep for about 5 hours. And every time I woke up several times over the course of this, like just for a second. I was like, I could still hear them talking. I was like, yeah, I haven't been asleep for that long. I haven't been asleep for that long. Wait, why is it getting dark?
Why do I hear zombies outside?
But oh, this was terrible.
What's that noise?
And then my wall disappears.
Speaking of Minecraft,
I was going to do that, but no, okay. Okay.
I was, we were all kind of expecting the 1.9 to be out pretty soon, just because they said, oh, he doesn't have that much to do. 1.9 will be out in like a week or so.
Yeah, Jeb had said, oh, hey, 1.9 will probably be here next week, so here's a bunch of pre-releases.
Yeah, but it looks like it's not going to be released until like middle of November.
Until Minecon, which really pisses me off because I really don't like the map we're on right now in the server, and I'm going to wait until 1.9 to hit before we change.
I should feel kind of honored though that Notch did that though. That he did like he took half of his game name and like used half of my name to make Recon and Minecon. I should feel honored.
So but what you're saying is you're a guest of honor.
I would be if I could make it out there. I would show up and pretend I was a guest of honor and just be like, it's me, and then
somebody in this team, I guess we can call it a team, is going out. Lance is going out to Minecon, so he can talk about it whenever he goes.
His team, like not just team. I was like,
oh no, like our team.
Yeah.
Because apparently we have a team now.
We should make him record something and be like, I'm Lance here at Minecon as the Pokemon X podcast correspondent, and creeper! Another creeper! There's creepers everywhere! What the hell? I gotta go, you guys! I'm gonna dig a hole and then cover it up!
And then in between, like, every creeper explosion, there's just like a picture of a dick.
Cock.
It's like subliminal messaging. But yeah, that's really annoying. But they have added a lot of cool stuff too. The 1.9 pre-releases like Enchantment, the Ender, Dragons.
Dragons? Did they add Pegasus, Pegasize, and they need to add Griffins.
I stumbled upon this like Twitter account of this guy who just kept bothering, like every tweet he sent was, let's say he sent 100 tweets, 95 of them were to Notch saying to add dragons and unicorns and all this stuff. No reason why, just add them.
He reminds me of the guy from Robot Chicken, the one with the glasses, who's like, I wish unicorns were real. And if you rub the horn long enough, you get magical unicorn mayonnaise.
Oh.
Which you can use to craft a sandwich on your work.
Oh. But the other 5 were to the Terraria guy, just asking him to add dragons again. So to sum up, I lost it now. I really wish I could still find it. I lost it a couple of months ago, but it was just really funny, because it was just like dragons. Will there be dragons?
Sounds like a song. We do the guy who does like the lions in Kenya and
Power Thirst.
No, he's the guy who does Weeble and Bob, but he does those flash animations. I can't remember
Are they still going on? I probably asked this question. I know I've asked this question to somebody else. I'm pretty sure, but they're still going, aren't they?
I think so.
I remember watching them like 6 years ago.
I can't remember the name of the animal in the video, but there's like occasionally where it would be like mushroom.
I just remember the CSI one.
Badger. It's Badger. That's what it is. You know the one that's like badger, 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 badger,
Yes,
badger,
yes.
mushroom, mushroom. It's like that guy but with dragons.
I remember watching his CSI one. Um, it was pretty funny. But then again I was 12 at the time, so I don't know how it holds up. It was like 6 years ago, so and that's when I first found it.
I love Weeble. I haven't watched Weeble and Bob in forever, but it was one of my favorite web comics. I did like one of the Halloween comics where Brendan and them had dressed up like Weeble and Bob. No, it was the beginning. It was the intro where I was dressed up like Weeble.
But we can get onto that later. There's a question of the same topic, but first of all, we're going to mention uh, we're going to give a plug because we're in the position that we can influence game sales. Batman Arkham City, which
Yeah, this Tuesday, Batman Arkham City comes out.
well Tuesday in America, it's like
Ew.
Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Friday
What day?
in Europe. Don't.
Oh, you're starting to get on to me where I can figure out what I'm doing. But that sucks, though. That means I'm going to play it like an entire week before you do. Oh, and this week is fall break for my school, so that means I get like 2 days off.
Oh, that sounds. Oh,
Yeah.
at least we get like a week off, but that's not until Halloween.
Yeah, hopefully, though, I'm going to be taking my friend Collie up to my buddy Rick's place in Norman so they can meet. Because since she's going to be going with us to MagFest, I have to, and since Rick is going to MagFest and they don't know each other, I have to kind of introduce them and let them, like, see if they get along.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a fight to the death.
Maybe. And my money would go on Collie because she is a tiny, tiny human being. She's like, I think she weighs about like 100 pounds at most. And she's about 5 feet something, but she is scrappy and she scares the hell out of me.
She's literally Scrappy Doo.
No.
No.
I would kill her. I would kill her myself.
What do you
'Cause
mean,
then-
Scrappy Doo in that first live action Scooby Doo movie? I mean, that was a bad film.
Yeah. But she scares me sometimes because I think like she doesn't hit hard, but she knows where to hit. So, but I don't picture them fighting. Because I mean, Collie's kind of like, she's an internet nerd like me and Rick, so she'll probably just we'll probably all get along, and it'll be like she'll go to shake his hand, and then it'll just be like this awkward silence, and then it'll be like, so I heard you like mudkips, and then like he'll be like, indeed, and then they'll shake hands, and it'll be like, I don't know.
That's the way it'll work. It's the way everything works.
But I mean, if I get along well with her and I get along well with Rick, I mean, I'm going. I mean, I know it's not true all the time about like if you get along with a friend and then you get along with another friend, that those two friends should get along.
Yeah.
I mean, like that fourth hidden rule of thermodynamics, that if one is equal to one and one is equal to this, it should be equal to the other. It should be, but there's still a chance they might not get along. But I think they'll get along. So.
Yeah, like I know I've got several. I know some friends that I'm great friends with. Like they're like my oldest friends, but I meet some of their friends and I'm like, how do you handle these people? They are the worst.
Like if I met your best friend Ben, I would probably be like, wow.
No, you probably would be because no.
Your best friend, your man.
No, he's. Oh no, no. The scary thing is though, like he was my friend, but like, to explain to people, he was my friend, and he was the guy who introduced me to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, which then thusly introduced me to Pokemon X.
Yeah, I'm still kind of miffed that I had told little Kribo not to like plug my comic because I didn't want to feel like I didn't want people to think I had asked him to. Because it was funny because that was the episode we did live at NecoCon, and I left that part out of the live episode because I didn't want people to think I added it in there just to be like a dick and plug my comic. And I was like, let's leave this, and then like everyone's like, no, let's do it. And I'm like, no, because then people will think I put it in there. Because I was the one editing the script for like so people could be able to read it live. But anyway, back to Batman.
Back to Batman. I like as I presume everybody knows, I'm a great fan. I'm a big fan of Batman. And I'm pretty excited for this.
Me too.
Um,
Is there any like multiplayer content at all?
I don't think so. I'm kind of keeping quiet on the whole. I don't. I more or less. I don't want to get it ruined for me, or I'm keeping I'm not looking at it. I'm keeping interest in it, but I'm not looking at any gameplay or whatever because you know I don't want stuff to be. I want it to be a fresh experience. But I'm looking. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. This month and next month is actually it's actually a really hectic time for anybody who's like
Oh
half
wow.
interest.
Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman.
Kevin Conroy, which is
Is he
he?
the voice of Bat? I mean, he was the voice of Batman in the animated series, but I don't know if he was the voice of Batman in the other Batman game.
Arkham Asylum. I don't know. Um,
Oh, he was.
I
Okay.
know. I know. I've heard. I which I'll add that that is they are because I grew up with them and I have literally just gotten all of the off a friend. I've gotten all of the like a 90s animated series. They are the voices for me, like when it comes to Batman.
Yeah, Mark Hamill and
Mark, yeah, Mark Hamill. I'll defend Mark Hamill's Joker till the end of time
it is a
because
good Joker.
um. But this month and next month, November especially, um, it's a huge time for anybody who is or even remotely connected to video games. Um, there is a lot of like games coming out in the next, you know, November especially. But this week, even this week, is a pretty long list of.
Oh yeah, especially
Of ga-
Tuesday.
yeah, Tuesday is like what?
Yeah, okay, like on Sunday. I know this is going to be like one of your favorites. Skylanders Spyro's Adventure is coming out.
Yeah, this is just like a shell out for Spyro. Spyro was is like my one. Like he was that and Crash Bandicoot. The first three Spyro games and the first three Crash Bandicoot games were like they're very similar for me because I played them all on the PlayStation 1. I enjoyed the hell out of them, and then when they got to PlayStation 2, they were just bad. Or PlayStation 2, Xbox, whatever.
Why aren't
Um,
these graphics updated?
no, it was the loading times. It was the Spyro Rise of the Dragonfly, I think it was. The loading times were awful, like awfully long, so goddamn long. And but I really enjoyed it. But now they just say like it's the whole point of it is like it's a tabletop game as well, and I don't like it. And Spyro's character design is incredibly ugly, like really ugly.
I'm surprised he hasn't grown up at all.
Yeah, but you can just apply, it's a game. Why, if he grew up and was a big dragon, would it be as fun?
Well, I mean, he should grow up a little though. Like
Yeah. Well,
Spyro,
if
the penultimate puberty.
maybe if by looking at his character model, maybe he did grow up, but they just like put him in a car crusher and squashed him.
It's like, sorry, we have to make you small to the crusher.
Because just look it up. I might post a picture if I remember it, but it's really bad. Like the character and the whole premise of it. It just seems to be shelling out for this, like to make money for this tabletop game. Um,
Well, that's all that's
uh,
coming out Sunday.
yeah. So Sunday's pretty quiet.
Yeah, Monday. Not much to say about this one. Professor Layton, homosexual, and Professor Layton and the Last Spectre.
I don't know. Professor Layton is a pretty popular series.
Yeah.
So I
I've
personally,
heard to it.
I haven't I've never played it because DS and Wii games, I don't know about over there, but over here they do not devaluate at all, and you end up paying pretty out of your arse for them. So I very rarely buy any DS games unless I really enjoy it or really want it.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm actually
Recently.
I'm trying my best to get back into Black because I
But
want
once
to
you go
play it.
black, you after you beat it, you play white. That's not. I hear. But
But but speaking of that, I'll just throw in a quick mention. I for some reason I looked up Bulbapedia there today, and apparently a Generation 3 remake is being hinted at.
oh
So
wow, that can
it's
update the graphics for Pokemon X.
I think all was said was I wanted Ruby and Sapphire were very close to me. I want to do something good with them. So that's what was
Brings
said.
me too. In fact, they're right in this desk drawer.
I
But
know I've got Emerald. I've got Emerald actually.
but we need to move on because there's a lot of
Yes, we
games to
should.
list, and we can't like
Um,
go into a rant every like single game.
yeah.
Okay, but
Uh,
that's all for Monday though. But for Tuesday, oh, there's a ton of games.
yeah. You've got Batman: Arkham City,
Yeah, of
Ratchet and
course.
Clank All for One, which, funnily enough, is not the fourth game in the series. It's like 50th.
Yeah, All for
But
One was the name of like a an R&B group in the '90s, wasn't it?
yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank. They're like much like Spyro. They are having a team up, and instead of tabletop game, they
Well, no,
are
there
doing
was
an
there was a group in the '90s, an R&B music group that was like
yeah,
four black guys
yeah,
called All for One.
yeah, and they're coming back, and they're getting like Insomniac to couple with them, and they're going to launch an album.
Oh
You see,
no.
except it's called Ratchet and Crunk.
Oh god. Also, there's a new Naruto game for all those people who just like playing the same game over again. Ultimate Ninja Impact. Or that sounds wrong.
It sounds like they just directly translated it over from Japanese.
Ultimate Ninja Impacted Bowel. And then, of course,
uh,
the favorite game that I'm sure a lot of you will want to go out and get for the Wii and Xbox 360,
Great tower defense game.
Family Feud 2012.
Yeah, yeah. Family Feud. That's like Family Fortunes over here. I'm pretty sure. It's like it's the one with the questions. Like our survey said,
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah, that's
We
Family
asked
Fortunes.
100 people what they would do if they were attacked by zombies. And the top 8 answers are up on the board. Let's see. Okay, beep. What do you say? Run for cover. Okay, let's see. Survey says, bing. Number 6. Run for cover. All right.
I never got the scoring system of that show, but I liked watching it.
And I think it's like whatever the number was on the thing, you got. I don't know that many points. I don't remember.
That would make sense, but I don't know.
Okay.
Then go on, you go on.
Well, you can say the next one.
Resident Evil: Dark Side Chronicles.
Which I think if you
I-
pre-order, you get like a special gun, like for the Wii
Yeah.
or something or whatever. It's just,
but the bad thing is though, if you want to shoot the gun, you have to stay still, and you can't walk. Then you've got which is going to be the absolute game of the year 2011, Dual Time Deluxe.
oh yes. For those of you
Yeah,
who loved Tetris and Bejeweled, here's Jewel Time Deluxe.
and Dual Quest.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought it was like a derivative of Jewel Quest though.
and I don't know.
And also,
So many-
for those of you who can't... Oh, wait, there's another game before that one. Sorry. Well, actually, there seems to be a lot of games that are based off, like, game shows to this...
Yeah. No,
Minute
October.
to minute.
October just seems to be. Yeah. What is that?
Uh,
What is that?
I don't know. I know it's a show because I looked at the cover when I was writing these down, and it looked like... I don't know, some guy... It looked like a game show, but I don't get the...
Well, it sounds like a game show, but I want to know. I really have a genuine question for this. For the Price is Right, the decades that there's no. I would really consider buying this. Does it have Bruce Forsyth in it?
Maybe, but I think it needs to have like you're basically like you play like in the '70s, and then it's like a young Bob Barker or young for the '70s, and then like like each time you progress, it progresses like through time, and he just keeps getting older, even though he just. And then he's attacked by
Um,
pets that have been spayed and neutered.
I I really hope I would actually really consider putting money into that if they did put Bruce Forsyth because
He'd be
he's
like
an
an
amazing.
unlockable character.
He's DLC. Day one DLC. Uh,
This next game, I'm not quite sure. I Spy Castle.
uh, no, it doesn't work like that. You're supposed to see I Spy My Little Eye, something beginning with C.
Castle.
Uh, damn it.
But I think I don't know. I've never played the game. I think there's like a kids show called I Spy. That's what this might be based off of, but I'm not sure. Um, and then there's Bigfoot King of Crush, which is a monster truck game.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first read this, I assumed that it was going to be like some sort of like Kool-Aid rip-off tie-in. Like King when I saw Crush, I just imagined like, oh hey, it's
Like Kool-Aid
like
Crushers or whatever.
yeah, I don't know.
If there was something called that, and I'm just not imagining it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah! That was
Yeah.
gonna be. Oh yeah!
It's like that as Dave linked me to the Cyanide and Happiness there last week. There was a comic. It was like, "Gee, I really wish I could I could really go for some cherry drink. Yes, that would be great." And they're standing while these two people are talking. They're standing behind a brick wall, and then like third panel, and they're just looking around, and then the fourth panel, it's just them. It goes switches to the other side of the wall, and it's just like a glass shattered.
That's hilarious. Oh no!
Thanks for that, Dave.
Um,
It's time to power up for Power Up
I have
Heroes.
no idea what this game's about, but it sounds stupid.
It's I don't know.
And then there's Everybody Dance, which I think is that Connect game for the Xbox, where
Everybody dances.
yeah, they need to have like a
Um,
game for like people who are just too lazy, like Everybody Sit.
Good job.
You
Uh,
get points. Oh, now everybody, I want you to sit harder.
I
That
think
hurt.
there's a meter on the side that just goes up, and it's just like a loud meter.
It's like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. You're not sitting. You lose. And then also it was kind of confusing because this game was listed a few times. It was like Sims 3 Pets, and apparently there's like a limited edition, an edition that's like the regular one, and like a plus edition. So I'm not sure what's for what, but it's Sims 3, so I'm sure that you're going to be paying out the ass for it.
Well, yeah, because you have to buy all three to get like half a game.
Yeah.
um,
Then there's Pet Zombies, which I'm not sure if it's like zombies that are pets, like dogs and cats, or zombies that are you just keep as pets. Like,
I really hope this one and the next one are linked up together.
well, no, because
Um,
it's like that whole like Z thing at the end where it's like pets. That should actually be pets with a Z for that second one. But
Hmm.
yeah, pets, puppies, and
Pets.
kittens.
So you're saying it's pets, puppies, and kittens.
Yes,
Um,
because the Z makes them like stupid.
because it's totally rad, dude.
Yes, it's like adding an
Um,
X to something. Wait, no. And then this is kind of a disturbing game called Jimmy Johnson's Anything with an Engine.
uh,
But apparently, this game is it's made by NASCAR or it's affiliated with NASCAR, and you're like, I don't know if you can build your own vehicles. That would be something that would probably make me get it. But you're just a bunch of guys driving around in things that have engines in them, like
I
dumpsters.
I actually when I was in America, I found like on like the second or third last week that they had an Xbox, and I went, oh cool. I went over to see it, and there was literally two games. One, the disc was scratched up so bad that you couldn't even play it, but that was open season, the game,
Oh
the
god.
movie, the game. And the second one was NASCAR '08. So, and I
Well,
played
you
that with
were
my
in Georgia.
I played that with my cousin, and there was a selection of a load of tracks, and they were all the one circle. I had no idea what was going on. It looked
For extra
oh,
difficulty, you can try Mirror World, which the track is reversed. Instead of
it
turning left, or instead of
the
turning
one
right the whole time, you turn left.
the one thing I will say about it was for a game that was 2007, it looked good enough, but then again it was literally the same track the whole time.
Apparently,
And
this
like,
game. Oh, sorry.
go on, yeah, go on.
This game that Jimmy Johnson's whatever is was it debuted at E3. So I don't know if
I
you
think
got.
we could. I think. Oh my god. How does that like?
I have no idea how it works. It's just you bunch of cars, random shit with engines attached to it, and you just race around.
Sounds like game of the year material.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. Next is Jungle Speed, which I have no idea what that is. And
It's when you
then,
go. It's when you go into the jungle. You just get high.
and if Rock Band and Guitar Hero and DJ Hero and uh, Band Hero and Lego Rock Band, whatever, if those weren't enough, there's a new game coming to the table called Rocksmith.
I think this is a bit different though because you can actually. Maybe I'm mixing up with something else, but I think you can actually plug an actual guitar into it,
Uh,
or something along the lines.
I don't know, I just
So.
picture like a guy with a hammer hitting a guitar. Like, I will make the best guitar ever, for I am the Rocksmith.
Next is I don't know this. I thought this game had actually come out a good while before. Like I thought this came out
I've
already.
never heard of this game before. I'm like surprised there's a fourth.
It's Tropico 4. It's like it's it's like a civilization style game. Everybody goes on about it, and I'd like to get it because it seems to be an interesting game. Like it's like you control your island and you're a dictator and you can make the island however you want and blah blah. It looked fun. It looks fun.
You beat people
Uh,
and you're like, I'm a dictator. How's my dictate?
or, but yeah,
I'm looking
I
at it
thought
now
that.
and it looks like there's like Fidel Castro as like the main character. And he's all happy. And look behind him is Martin Sheen from Hot Shots. Or not Martin Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
And he's just like getting completely stoned.
Probably. It's like, I got tiger blood. I'm gonna rule this island. I'm gonna drop 20-pound rocks on them.
Winning.
An airplane. Like, I'm not winning because I got rock blood and whatever. Tiger rocks. Please just pay attention to me.
Oh, and there is a absolutely great game there. I have it pre-ordered and everything.
Tropico?
No,
Oh, the
no,
next
the
game on
next
the
one.
list. Oh yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, Ben 10 Galactic Racing. Yeah.
I like how it's like we can't think of anything else to put in a game. Let's make a racing game.
Hi, I worked for Crash Bandicoot and
Yeah.
Jack and Dexter. No, what am I joking? For Jack and Dexter it didn't work at all. I'm looking forward to see Naughty Dog's next trilogy racing game, which would be Uncharted kart racing. um, Jane's Advanced Strike Fighter. What's that?
I have no idea. It looked like an airplane game. It was like JASF, and I was like, oh, cool. And then Jane's Advanced Strike Fighter, and the whole time I'm thinking like GI Jane.
Yeah, because when I hear like when I think of like Advanced Strike Fighter planes, I think of Jane.
Jane's Advanced Strike Fighters.
But
Game.
you know what I think of when I think about rugby?
Huh.
Jonah
Oh,
Lamu.
let's not move on to that yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
let's see. Fictional country of. Okay, Jane's Advanced Strike Fighters is set in the fictional country of Asbaristan. The once
So wait. Are you sure you pronounced that right? Because I'm pretty sure it's pronounced generic Middle East name-istan.
Generica, the United States of Generica.
There's a great Lee Evans joke about the Olympic. Like you hear about all these countries that you never hear of before. Gonorrhea and all these. He just starts naming like STDs and whatever. It's pretty funny.
Let's see. The 10-year war resulted in huge territorial gains for Northern People's Republic as Baristan and their controlling political party. Blah blah blah. The video game is an intense modern flight action sim featuring an epic 16-mission gaming experience that will take air combat to the next level, with engaging enemies, flight battles, expansive battlefields, and 30 authentic licensed fighters.
So how much DLC?
I'm skipping. I don't care about this game. But yeah, okay, that's everything for Tuesday, though.
And then Wednesday, it's just like really quiet.
Yeah, Wednesday is like, okay, we'll give them a day to do these.
Well, Wednesday is payday, so they might have to pay bills or something. So.
But then Thursday, we're coming out with one of Cabinet's favorite games.
Oh yeah. Because I'm so interested in rugby, and it is timing up though with the Rugby World Cup, I guess, but I don't know. Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge.
Jonah Lomu Rugby Challenge.
That's all I can say because it's a challenge. The only challenge in that game is to pronounce the guy's name.
Yeah. How do you think this name is pronounced? Type.
No.
You win! No. 1,000 gamer points.
No, you see, it's enhanced with Connect, so...
Yeah, it'll listen to you say it, and it laughs at you when you do it wrong.
No, it's just like, Lamu, no, Lamau, no, no. I didn't even know.
It's like, seriously, no, and no, exit,
Xbox,
no.
Xbox turn off, no. And then you get up from the seat, but it squeaks a bit, and then it's like, accepted.
You win. Congratulations. Please wait for Jonah Lamu Rugby Challenge 2. DLC is $50.
What else? Dawn of Fantasy?
Yeah, I think that's just like I think it's a DS game, and I think it's just like a generic like RPG.
Yeah, if it has like Dawn and Fantasy in it, like you might as well.
It could be a Pokemon fan game though. For those of you who loved Diamond and Pearl and had sexual fantasies about 10-year-old Dawn, here's the game for you.
You say that, but people did. That's the scary thing.
I saw some pretty like scary fan art of Dawn.
I saw pretty scary fan art, finger air quotes, of ponies. It was.
Yeah, but you go looking for that.
I actually didn't, and that was scary. It was like, oh hey, I'll just click on to, oh my god.
Well, we have managed to kill about 50 minutes talking about video games.
Dave is just lying there completely
Dave
asleep.
Probably turned off the podcast the minute we started. So Batman comes out the click.
I actually didn't think it would take that long.
I killed a good chunk of time though, since we really didn't have anything else to talk about today.
Yeah, well, we didn't get anything because
our stuff we got section is just like Recon and Cabinet got sick.
Yeah, that sums it up. I was going to put in a new segment this week, but we'll leave it till next week.
Well, we can still talk about some of this. We just can't talk about it for hours.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was just planning on being a short kind of thing anyway. Um, just stuff about what happened this week. Um, the Occupy Wall Street is a big, it's a big sensation, as I wrote down here, that's been going about. It spread across America, and now it spread copycat protests in, well, it's spread into Europe now.
What
Rome,
is this
where
Occupy thing? Because I don't pay attention to the news. I don't really care about stuff like that.
it's, I don't, I'm literally, I'm going to say I really, there's these people who are, I can understand they're protesting about how, so the system in America is unfair,
Yeah.
like, which is pretty true. I mean, like, the whole healthcare thing is really bad, and Obama's trying to change it, but everybody's like, no, why would you do that? That's socialist. I'm like, no, yeah, it might be a bit socialist, but at the end of the day, you're helping people, and it doesn't cost several thousand to like fix you if you're sick. But it's just I don't know. But and then like they're going on about college fees, which again is another really stupid thing, where they're absolutely insane, and all this kind of stuff. So they're more or less protesting about that. Um, But Lance linked me to a load of stuff about it, and I had to get rid of it all because it was just so conflicting. Every little thing. The only the
What does it mean by Occupy, though? Are they like out there sleeping in the
Yeah,
streets?
yeah, they were just it was like a big sit-in, more or less. Like if, for example, in London, the London one, they were literally just camping out. Like I've seen pictures, they're just camping in whatever. It spawned a copycat one in Dublin, occupied Dame Street, which was the most depressing thing I've seen because all the pictures I saw of it was about 5 or 6 people, maybe 10 at the most, just sitting outside a fence with a badly handwritten sign put up. So, but they're trying. They're trying. That's the important thing. Um,
Although I do like
but
this next part, this next segment of the news. I'm sorry if I'm trying to move on. It's just
yeah, no, no, no.
we are kind of running out of time.
I was actually going to finish up there anyway, but I was going to finish up there anyway. Yeah. Um, a Dutch scientist says that the reported, like, you remember a couple of weeks ago, people were saying, "Oh, hey, these particles went faster than light, speed of light, and all this kind of stuff." Well, this Dutch scientist just says they weren't going faster; they were just traveling close. So I don't know how certified he is. I just read it in
We
the.
clocked it. It's just like a mile under.
I just it's okay. I looked up on Google News. Yeah, I don't know how certified it is. So but there that's it'll please some of my one of my friends who's he's a doctor of maths now, and he was really really angry when he found out that this might happen because he literally got it like about 2 or 3 months ago.
Wait, he's
His
mad that there would be particles traveling faster than light, or mad that someone was going to say that they weren't?
mad that they were saying that because he would have to literally all the stuff he learned over the past so many years would just be like, yeah, no, that's thrown out the window. So it's like, it's like being like you become a doctor of
Light. He's Doctor Light. He's going to make robots.
yeah. It's like it was just funny like hearing him go on about it. Then the iOS 5 and the iPhone 4S was released this week.
Yeah, I already updated my iPad to iOS 5, and it came with this newsstand thing that I can't get rid of, that I never use.
I like it. I like it.
Well, you only have
Uh,
like there's a very minimal choice of like magazines you can get to put on it, and I'm just like, really, the only one I see that I want are like there's like the comic one, and then there's like popular
yeah,
mechanics. I'm just like, eh.
I've got the comic one. I've got the Guardian, and I have a official Xbox magazine.
Now those
And
are
I'm like
available.
I'm like I'm liking it because it's most of the stuff that's on right now. It's still early days, so don't mind, so stuff will eventually get more stuff will get added to it. but I'm pretty happy about. I like it because it appeals to me. Um, the new I like the new notification system.
Oh yeah, I
It's
kind of like
pretty.
that too.
It's pretty. It's a lot more concise and like it just doesn't show one thing at one time. And it just says like it's just nice. You've got the shutter. I like to call. I don't know what it's actually called. I call it the shutter. You pull down from the top of the screen, and it shows stocks, which I'm not interested in, but it shows like the weather and whatever, and notifications again. The one thing that it changed that I don't know why they changed was the color of the send text button. They changed it from blue to green. I don't know why I did that. The only problem I'm having with it, and it's not even that big of a problem. I presume it's just because I'm using a 3GS rather than an iPhone 4 or 4S. Is be Sometimes if I'm trying to do too much at once, it'll like let's say I'm listening to music and I've got Facebook running in the background, but I'm also I'm getting updates from Facebook, but I'm also reading like a cracked article or something. I can hit like the music becomes choppy, but that's just because I'm using an old phone. Uh, the iPhone 4S. Then I have no idea about that. Apparently, I'm pretty sure people are going to be reserved from calling it like anything bad because Steve Jobs and all that. But
He planned this.
I don't know. I I might upgrade eventually. I don't know. Um, I just all I know is that like the iPhone, it's the best phone I've ever had, and I wouldn't consider changing it anytime soon. So that's something. And then something again on the technology front, something that I'm sure will hit the hearts of everybody connected to social networking. Google Buzz is shutting down.
Oh, what was that again?
It was their Twitter clone that didn't take off at all. Um, they're shutting it down, and they're in a few weeks. And as it says there's no official date as of yet, or in any source I found. Um, but um, all I know is that they're trying to focus more on Google Plus, which I have no idea how it works. I tried joining it, but it's only open to people over 18, so and I couldn't be bothered setting up another Google account.
Aren't you over 18 now? Or at least 18?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's you.
I've got another like 2 months. No, yeah, 2 months. Everybody knows.
Everybody
I think
knows that now Lance feels dirty for. No, I'm just kidding. You're gonna be like, wait, what?
I don't want to remember now. I'm trying to keep those memories hidden,
I don't like it.
buried deep. Um, we'll just move on to the question. We didn't get many this week, and we didn't get many this week, but submit questions. Come on, please. Also, like topics. I'd like people to submit topics. Even if we don't discuss them right away, we're going to discuss them eventually because
I'd like people to submit tuppence.
because on slow weeks like these, we kind of need them. Well, the first one we got was from Tiger Kiro on Twitter, and he asked, "What other webcomics do we like?"
Well, I think a few of them you can actually see on the Pokemon X links page. There's some that I like. So, I don't know why. Let's see if I still have it up there. Do I still have? I don't know why I have Control Delete up there. I think I did like it back when I did put that link up, but then afterwards I was just like,
In all fairness, you know how old it is because his art is slightly better in that. Because at least it wasn't like freakishly odd as it is right now. Psst, I don't like Control Alt Delete at all. Tim Buckley is a hack. I as Dave Dave posted last week, I'm always been a big fan of Cyanide and Happiness. Um, I like Hark a Vagrant. That's another one of my favorites. Um, um, isn't it manly men doing manly things?
Yeah.
That I think that.
My friend Collie
Yeah,
introduced me to that one. That one's pretty good.
that's good. Um, that's really it, I think. Um, I don't follow that many web comics. For web series, the Retsupre guys are pretty good. And then you've got Chip and Ironicus, who do also do Retsupres. They're pretty good. Retsupres are just taking like bad Let's Plays and like dubbing over them again and like making fun of them. Um, but they also do Let's Plays, which are very good. Both of them, both Slow Beef and Diabetes as the Retsupre guys, and Chip and Ironicus as the those two. So I follow them, and I also the Tipping 40s people. They're good as well for Let's Plays. Have you got any more you want to add, Recon?
Not really. I mean, there's the ones on the links page. And I honestly, in the past couple of years, I have not had like the time to read any other comics, let alone even work on my own. um, Hopefully, after I graduate, hopefully in May, depending on how things work out, I'll eventually have time to work on the comic and look at other comics again. So let's hope.
The next question, which is pretty cut and paste, is first video game you've ever played, which again is submitted by Tiger Kiro from Twitter.
Huh. This is kind of hard because I remember when I first got a Nintendo, the first game I ever played was Mario, but I think I had an Atari before that, and I would play things like Breakout and Pitfall. I don't know if I played like anything like an arcade game before that, but I don't know. I want to say like honestly, I don't think I can remember. I mean, what the exact first was. It was some Atari game, like because I don't know. I'm old, and when I was your age, we had the newfangled Atari, with games like Space Invaders and the game with where you jump.
That sums up all Atari games.
Yeah.
The game where you jump.
I can't remember. I know it was like when I was like 3 or something, and some like Atari game.
I know which was my first video game that I played badly.
All of them.
I played Metal Gear Solid 1. Was my first. I didn't play it great because it's a stealth game. I was like 5. So, I was younger. I was probably about 4 or 3. But thinking about it. But then the first game I played competently was like Spyro. Yeah, it was Spyro. My uncle, who when he moved to America, gave me his PlayStation because I was over there whenever I was over there I was playing Metal Gear Solid, and he gave me it, so it also came with a demo disc that I didn't know was there. It had Tomb Raider, which I never got the hang of, and Spyro.
So when you played Metal Gear for the first time, all you basically heard was every
the whole
5
time.
minutes. I'll do that if I'll sneak up behind someone and do that. Oh, I turned my phone back on just so I could. We normally turn our phones off for the podcast so we don't get interrupted. I turned my phone back on so I could do the alert sound, and I get a text that had been waiting for me, like my phone to come back on before it showed up, and it says, "GameStop, your Batman Arkham City is available at 2:01 a.m. Tuesday. Arrive 10 p.m. Monday to finalize payment."
Um, some timing. But
So that brings us back to our video games topic all the way at the beginning of the podcast, and I was going to list off some games that are due this week. And
and then we spend
no.
it. Did you hear Dave? Um, oh, here's a good one. Speaking of Dave, he submitted a question, and I've got a good story for this one. Have you ever been in an actual brawl or gotten attacked on the streets?
Yes.
This is in reference to last week's topic. Our answer to last week's question, which was about MMA and whatever the other fighting thing was that I can't remember, of UFC.
The
Do you want to take this first?
I guess. I was very angry when I was a teenager, and I would actually go looking for fights.
I can't imagine you doing that, but
Well, I had I was just angry a lot, and I would go like downtown Oklahoma City.
oh, because that's where the fights be at.
Well, no, like in Bricktown at night, not so much fights, but just thugs walking around. I guess not like the wannabe gangsta thugs that like I'm thugging it, yo, but like people who are just out to fight and probably steal wallets or something.
We get a lot of those wannabe gangster yo, as you put it, thugs about, and it's very funny because they're all Irish, so you literally cannot listen to them without bursting out laughing.
You have no idea what thug life is like, boyo.
Oh no, it's like hold on, wait, what's the voice? Oh boys, here we be going now. You know what we're doing. Come on now, boys. Hey.
Oh, the children.
No, that's a different voice.
That's dead.
Oh hell.
But yeah.
And then Ben would eat the tissue and it's just so cold.
That's just so creepy.
I know, I've perfected it. It's amazing.
But yeah, I would just I would go looking for fights, and it was kind of the only way I could really get a lot of anger out of my system.
So you were. I'm actually surprised. I'm really glad I would have pictured you like that.
Well, I've changed a lot. I'm a lot nicer of a person than I used to be back then. But I was nice then, but I was angry, and I guess it was because I was trying to be so nice to people. I was like, I need a vent. I'm gonna go but it was always, I wouldn't go and just it was people who messed with me. I would just go down there and walk. Because I kind of discovered this by accident, but I was just walking around venting, just not even doing, just out for a walk down there, and some guys decided to mess with me, and then after it I was like, wow, that felt kind of good. I'm gonna come down here and kick some ass more often, and that's how I became Batman.
And that's how we loop around the beginning.
Because I am vengeance. I am the night. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
But my story.
Fine.
Now. I am a literal stick figure. It's a literal joke between it's a literal joke. What am I on? It's a joke between me and my friends how thin and how not strong I am. To give reference, we were in me and my friends were having coffee one time, and we were, the wooden coffee stores, and we were talking about, oh well, who would you fight or whatever and all this, we're just joking around. And I go, oh yeah, sure, if I fought him, fought him, he'd break me like this. And I went to break it, if you're snapping a twig, you get it in both hands, and you just go, you break it like that. Yeah, I did that, and it didn't break. So
that makes it all more funny though.
But yeah, it's something that keeps coming up with this next story is just keeps up when it comes up whenever I'm threatened with physical violence. But what happened was I was about 14, 15, and we went to it was my friend's birthday, and no, wait, it was 16. Excuse me, 16, and the carnival was in the local
And
town.
you were attacked by carnies.
No, no, wait, wait. We were over. It was near the end of the night. We were waiting for it was. We were waiting for my friend's parents to like get out of the bumper cars because this is and then we were going to leave. So we were just standing around there. We were walking over to them, right? And this literal like tiny guy, like I'm probably just over 6 foot at this point. This guy was about 4 foot, and he he just walked by and bumped into me. I was like, and like it was me here, so I was like, oh, geez, sorry, excuse me. And he just goes, huh, and looks at me like, what the fuck? Um, I just took no notice of it, and we kept walking. And then we were just sitting. We were about 5 minutes there. We were standing there, and um, like if you can imagine, like I'm closest to the like we were all standing in a circle. I was closest to the bumper cars, and my other friend was standing in front of me, and this like tiny guy jumped onto his head and started just hitting him. Like he was just on his back, latched on, punching his head, and then about five other people come out from the crowd and start, getting the friends. I was like, okay, friends are on fight. What am I going to do? I summed up the situation,
I
and
can just see like the image of like this something. It's like what do you decide? Fight or run? It's just like press X
but
or
there,
fight.
but there's the thing. I can't run because I've got a bad leg. So I was like, okay, so what can I do? What can I do? So I looked around, and I saw a bin, and I went right.
What is everything with you have to do with like a bin?
Wait, bin. So I went right, and I hid behind the bin. There was
Protect me, bin man.
But that's the so that's what I did, and like friends understood. I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't run to get help. I couldn't I couldn't actually put my weight in because the guys who were with him were bigger. I'll tell you that. Like it wasn't us just like a bunch of 4 foot people just running around attacking us. But then later on, like the parents came. Eventually, it took them about 10 minutes to break it up. The like security at the carnival, they were standing there watching.
What was their excuse
Uh,
for attacking?
they were just I don't know. They were just looking for a fight. And apparently, I was the aggressor because I must have walked into them, even though I apologized, and I was clearly apologetic because I'm not going to be able to do anything. But so the guy, broke up. Some of my friends were pretty, they were bad enough. They weren't, it wasn't like anything worth going to the hospital about. Like nothing was broke, nothing, minimal bleeding, and so we were parked right beside where the carnival was. There was like a shopping center, and we were parked in the shopping center car park. And we walked around the corner of the car park, and we were just about to get the car, and I'm not joking. About 20 or 30 of them came around the corner and started, coming after us again. Which at one point, which is one of my favorite memories ever. My friend's dad turned around, took off his t-shirt, and just go, "Yeah, come on!" And they just ran. And I don't know why I had to take off his t-shirt now, but
They noticed that you didn't see it because his back was to you, but he had like really huge nipples, and they were like erect out by like 2 inches, and that's why they ran. And then he puts on his shirt before you can like see.
Oh,
He's like, "Come on, then I'll breastfeed the lot of you."
But yeah, there were times though, like when I was like 12, I was really angry, and the only time I can ever remember like trying to fight somebody was this guy who was annoying me at school. He kept hiding my bag. So one time I caught him in the act, and I chased after him just before my leg was messed up. I grabbed him. This is in the school hallway now. It was after school, mind, so there was nobody in the hallway. And I grabbed him and I swung for him. But unfortunately, he ducked, so my hand just went straight into a locker. So
That's where you
yeah,
you just kind of like deal with the pain and just stand there with your hand like I don't know if you dented the locker at all, but you just kind of stand there just like with your hand in the locker, and when he looks back up at you, just look at him straight in the face and just kind of like just be like.
I didn't I was that angry at the time. I didn't feel anything, but like my hand was all red and swollen, which was pretty funny thinking about stuff like this and like, oh my god, I was such an idiot.
Well,
But that's my story.
well, that answers our questions for this week. I think. I don't know.
Yep, I hope it does.
And that's about all the time we have this week for the Pokemon X podcast, and we've made it to 10 podcasts. All right. Maybe next week we'll have Lance or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, we all just had a bad week this week.
Oh yeah.
So
send us your questions to Pokemon X podcast or on Twitter, or send it through the forums.
at Pokemon X podcast is Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you for some reason can't hear, or you just can't find it, you can find a link in the contact information thread in the podcast section.
Yeah. Or you can just send us questions through the forums. Just send us personal messages, or post in the thread for this specific podcast, and we'll answer them next week.
Mm-hmm.
But
so that's that then.
Yeah, that's it. But real quick though, I'd like to run over this list of games coming out again.
Speaking of which, I am the darkness. I am the night.
I am vengeance.
I'm the darkness. No, you're the vengeance. You are the night. I'm the darkness. I'm
So I'm
the
gonna have
night.
to cast magic missile at you.
I'm the night, as in KNI. The night, and it's different. It's similar but different.
I am the knight. I can only move in like an L shape on a chest. I am Nightman.
I am the form of exclamation.
But all right, so next week I'm not. I guess we'll tell you how good Batman is. Cabinet will have gotten to play it for like an entire day, and I would have gotten to play it for an entire week. Well, almost an entire week. But all right. Anything else to say, Cabinet?
Wah 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 wah.
Yes. Lesson learned by us all.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess see you guys next week.
So what you're saying is it took you a while to get it up?